So, hey guys, Yoso here. And yeah, like after every treasure map, I'm here to showcase my new Limit Break expansions. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's start with the new treasure map unit. I always Limit Break expand a new treasure map unit. First of all, I want to clear up a very common misconception about this pudding. Like, let's leave viability aside. I will showcase her quite a bit, and she's better than I thought she was. Like, the initial translation on JP was that she only changed tandem recovery. But she also manipulates type slots. So this means that she manipulates every slot except for block, bomb, G. And yeah, that's basically it. That's the big ones anyway. So she has pretty good orb manip, honestly. And if you use her right, you get orb manip on one stage and full heal, and then you move on to the next stage and you get the orb manip again and the full heal. So it has some mixed uses. In the end, she is a niche unit. You won't use her a lot, but she can be used in cool ways, and I hope I can showcase that in the future. Like, what I like the most about her is that she's so unique. And yeah, that's enough for me really. It doesn't have to be the most viable, but I'm sure we'll have many situations where she's nice to have. So yeah, that's it. Let's go through some limit break expansions. I can start with rare recruit. I didn't do any rare recruit during treasure map this time. I'll catch up a bit next treasure map, but I did two before it. First was this Koala. I've already done a video on her. And yeah, as you all know, she isn't the best unit like special wise. She reduces reduced damage, which is pretty uncommon. And she does some healing over 3 turns and does some damage reduction, so yeah, you don't use her for the special really. The special can be nice if you end up using her, but the main reason you'd use her nowadays is her hunger limit break, which she gets. And yeah, let's look a bit about hunger, how the hunger limit break works. Basically, if you heal over 3k HP from turn to turn, she gets an extra 200 attack, so that is a bit whatever. But the big thing here is that she reduces hunger status by 2. It's such a big shame that it's not 3. 3 will have made her a lot more useful, but yeah, it is what it is. So just by running her, you remove 2 turns of hunger. And she has a pretty nice crewmate ability too, by making deck slots matching depending on the captain's class. So yeah, that's definitely useful. So yeah, I will probably use her a bit. You can check out my vid from last week where I used her. For sure. She's pretty interesting now. We have one more hunger unit I haven't made yet, but I can showcase her. She's not as good in my opinion. It's this old Bonnie. So yeah, she also gets hunger later. But yeah, she has a bit weird special where you can heal a lot from recovery, so it's pretty niche. Like, my main issue with a special like this is that HP is just too low, where this increase doesn't matter. Like, if we had a lot of captains that gave you like over 100k HP, then it will be more interesting, but as things stands, it's pretty meaningless. Like, if she gave recovery slots too, she will have been really good, but she does no orb manip sadly. Okay, let's look at my other rare recruit. I have also used him. It's this Yoso, who is one of the units who has the fear and special bind reduction combination. And I didn't plan to limit break him eventually. The reason I did was because the 6 plus V2 Mihawk was announced. So I wanted to use V2 Mihawk. So I wanted to try V2 Mihawk against Enel, the Garb challenge. And I realized I needed Yoso, or it wasn't impossible. So I just did him. And yeah, he's not that bad. Actually, 10 turn is pretty good. So he deals Venom. Can be useful to get through Resilience, for example. Completely removes remove SFX. Yeah, not bad. Reduces the spear and special bind by 5 turns. That's also fine. And then change the adjacent slot to their own type, and also lets you move slots. So it's a solid special. Actually, doesn't do anything amazing, but it does a lot of stuff that can be useful when the time comes. And you have to say he has amazing stats. 2148 attack, so good. See, I'm probably using quite a bit now when he's done. He has an interesting class combination too with Powerhouse and Slasher. So yeah, I got some plans for next treasure map already with re-recruit, but I probably do a lot more then and not as many legends. I don't plan to do that many runs next treasure map either. But yeah, let's look at legends now. We can start with this one. It's the Shirahoshi Mansherry. And yeah, the main thing this unit got, except for a lot higher stats, like you'll see the attack and everything is a lot more good across the board now. So they can actually do a lot of damage when you tap with them too, which is nice. But the main thing is, of course, that their special is 14 turns now instead of 16. So they're just much more usable now. Like on most teams, this means 2 turns less stalling. And if you farm some content, for example, those 2 turns adds up quickly. Like if you think about units you use, they are rarely above 14 turns. Like 14 turns is like the cutoff for what's acceptable special-wise, at least in my opinion. So yeah, I'm super happy about this, and of course they are crazy recovered too with over 1000. And they still have one of the best swaps in the game. Like it's such a usual one. Reducing slot bind, special bind is nice, but especially the getting rainbow slots for free if you have a matching orb, so good. Useful in a ton of different scenarios. And yeah, they also can put, they are cerebral too, so you can use the Perspera support to lock orbs, or if you use like the Megaloship to lock orbs, so it's easy to set up rainbow orbs for the following stage. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. Let's look at the second legend, and we'll get to Mihawk. Not V2 Mihawk though, it's the V1 Mihawk. And then we probably wonder why, and I can say that it's not for the captain ability, but they'll definitely use him as captain just to play around with it for fun. Like it's not that bad now, like first hit is 2.5 times attack, and then as long as you keep hitting perfects, you'll just hit at 3.75 times. So yeah, 3.75 times not impressive, but it's usable. But yeah, the main reason I wanted to limit expand this Mihawk is because his special goes from 17 turns to 13. That's 4 CD reduction. And this special is legit still very usable. We'll have content coming up where this Mihawk is like commonly used. Like he's most commonly used in situations of revives, for example. So you use all your specials, do a lot of damage, the boss revives at like half HP or something, you use the Mihawk and it's over. And like the problem before was that you'd have to stall a few extra turns just to be able to use that Mihawk. But now when this Mihawk is in line with all other units around 13 CDs, you never have to do any extra stalling. And you can of course do you can do a lot of meme stuff with this Mihawk. Like I made a team where I wanted KO ambush Lin just with Mihawk special, very fun. So I try and do more fun stuff like that too. Like I just hate to stall a lot, and 17 is way too much. 13, I'll much easier use this Mihawk in the future, and also make sure to max out his CC. Okay, so we have one more limited expansion from this TM, and I really thought a lot about who I should do, and I ended up settling for this Nami. Here she is, V1 Nami. And the cool thing with this Nami is that she gets buff across the board. Like Captain gets a lot better, and Special gets a significant buff by going from 14 to 12. And that was the main reason in the end, because this special is actually super good. It was just so high CD before, now it's 12. And if I put something like Brulee on her, it goes down to 10. So this Nami just has so much more potential to be put on different teams now. And she also has so good crewmates abilities, like reduce 1 point of paralysis, one of the best crews in the game. And also makes everyone have the excess matching. Like that's such universally usable crewmate abilities on top of a super good special that gives both utility, color affinity, and orb boost. Like, poof, such a good unit. And the cool thing is that her captain ability is also really good after Limerick expanding. What changes is that she goes from a 4x attack if you have matching slots to 4.5 times. Like, that's a very big difference. Like, 4.5 times is very usable in this day and age. And she also has the added effect of making strength, quick, and recovery slots have matching slot effects. And this will mainly be used for Dex characters, of course, because she only boosts Dex characters. And yeah, I've been doing some theorizing about it. And if we say run Nami as captain, and we use this, one of my favorite legends, this Witchy Akainu as friend captain, the first reaction, of course, is, but Nami only boosts Dex, Akainu isn't boosted, and it's true. But the idea is a mono Dex team with Witchy Akainu as one of the units, because remember, no matter what team you build, someone has to hit first and start the chain. So it doesn't matter if one unit isn't boosted, and it can be one of the captains. And in this case, it would be this Witchy Akainu. And why would you want to use him? And the answer is that he makes side beneficial, imp beneficial, and tandem beneficial. So together with Nami's captain effect, Dex units have every slot matching. And since the slots are matching, you always have Nami's max captain ability, which is 4.5 times attack. And of course, Akainu himself also boosts Dex units by 4.5 times attack. So you have a Dex version of Witchy Akainu and Legend Lucy, which I think is very cool. I'll definitely be trying this out. And of course, Nami can be combined with a lot of different legends like Kaido, Kid, like there's a lot of possibilities. But I thought this one was particularly cool. Another cool combination of these two is that Nami boosts color affinity and orb, while Akainu boosts attack and also does a death down reduction and death down conditional attack boost. So if just by using these two specials, you can get all the buffs you need, really. Just need some chain boost or something if you want to go for a ton of damage. So yeah, look forward to seeing me play around with that combo for sure. I think it's super interesting. And a lot more fun than just splashing on Kaido or something on a team. Like, if you want to use Kaido teams, there are many people who does those teams. And I do them too sometimes if I get some cool idea to make it even faster. But yeah, these were my main ones. Chopper is here because it's one of the units I'm planning of maybe Limerick expanding next month. We'll see what I decide. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.